Blog Talk Radio.
Get ready, America, and all across the globe. It's time now for Nothing But the Truth. And here's your host, Greg Jones.
Welcome, welcome, welcome all. Welcome to another edition of Obama Talk Radio. Welcome to the special Christmas edition, coming to you live from Cleveland, Ohio. I'm your host, Greg Jones, National Director of BlacksForBarack.org, a multiracial net grassroots organization dedicated to nothing but the truth. Welcome, welcome to a special, our Christmas edition of Nothing But the Truth. And in today's show, we'll talk about, of course, Blago. We'll also talk about Bush's Christmas present to the auto industry. Also, we'll touch on the Pastor Rick Warren controversy and a very special salute to my favorite time of the year. It is the Christmas season. Ho, ho, ho. Remember, you can always join in on the conversation, or you can speak out and share whatever is on your mind by picking up the phone and giving us a call at 646-595-2182. The phone lines are open now at 646-595-2182. We always love to hear from you here on Nothing But the Truth. We have a lot to fit in during today's special Christmas broadcast. A lot has been going on. But first, this very important news bulletin.
Stocks take a nosedive on news that Santa seeks bailout from Congress. It's the Public News Network radio update. I'm Nigel Kingman reporting. In news that sent shockwaves of panic through Wall Street, old Kris Kringle arrived in Washington today seeking a $1.6 trillion bailout from Congress, warning that if Congress failed to act, Christmas will be canceled indefinitely.
We'll have to cancel Christmas.
Lawmakers on both sides of the aisle were flummoxed by the request, with Barney Frank taking the opportunity to accuse Father Christmas of never delivering a basset hound as a holiday gift when Frank was a boy.
Somebody hurt my feelings, so I will punish the country.
Legal counsel for St. Nicholas, Saul Feigenbaum. Oi, give me a break with this hand-wringing. What are we so verklempt about? $700 billion for Wall Street crooks and nothing for my clients? Nothing for the man who has single-handedly boosted retail sales around the effing world for decades? And what's more, provided hope to girls and boys everywhere? Put a price tag on that. Listen, you schmucks, you schlemiels, you shitheads, you. My client does not get this bailout. Not only will Christmas be canceled, all of the good little boys and girls get coal in their stockings this year. You want to see a recession turn into a depression and quick? Go ahead, mess with me. As Congress met behind closed doors to discuss Santa's request, the Dow Industrial sank by 11%, and protective netting was strung across the sidewalks surrounding Wall Street to catch suicidal bankers. This is the Public News Network radio update. I'm Nigel Kingman reporting.
And as you may know, the swearing in, the inauguration of our 44th president, President Barack Obama, will take place January 20th, some close to just 30 days away. And I'll tell you, my friends, it could not come soon enough. By the way, did you hear that President Obama was named Time Magazine's Person of the Year? As if that was a shocker to us all. But congratulations to President Obama. And as many of you probably know, George W. Bush did okay the auto bailout, as if that too was a surprise. Of course, the big three auto manufacturers were going to be bailed out. To think that they would not have been bailed out, to think that they would have been allowed to absolutely disappear, was an asinine thought. There was never any doubt whether or not the big three, would have been bailed out. That was simply another, what I call, weapon of mass distraction, a tactic used by the Bush regime in cahoots with the media, the mainstream lying machine, to fill the media airwaves with the debate of whether or not the auto industry should or should not be bailed out, knowing good and well that, of course, they were going to be bailed out. But that was simply a tactic, my friends, as I've mentioned before, to take our minds, the minds of the American people, away from the bigger, more important question and concern, and that is the overall $750 billion bailout to Wall Street. By having the American people focus on whether or not the auto industry should receive a loan, in fact, by making us concentrate on the various conditions that the big three automakers must adhere to in order to receive this loan, the Bush regime, in cahoots with the media, mainstream lying machine, simply took our minds, the minds of the American people, away from asking the very important questions, such as, what conditions does Wall Street have to meet as they receive this $750 billion bailout? Not a loan, just a handout. Oh, there are no conditions. Very interesting. Are there any rules, such as you can't lay off 50,000 people even after you receive the bailout money, Wall Street, who I also call the bankster gangsters? Oh, there are no rules. So you can take the money and still lay off thousands of people, as Citigroup is doing, who's receiving billions of dollars in the bailout and still laying off 50,000 employees. Very interesting. Well, are the CEOs at the big Wall Street firms still allowed to receive their multi-million-dollar bonuses? They are. There were no conditions put in place that would restrict the CEOs from receiving millions of dollars of bonuses as if their companies had had successful years. You mean to tell me they can be handed billions of dollars and pretend like they had a good year, thus receiving millions of dollars as bonus pay? And none of this is discussed at any length in our mainstream lying machine media. Don't be fooled, my friends. This is just another method of hoodwinking and bamboozling